Hello everyone and welcome back to the stream. I am your host Azanavox. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. For those of you who are new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and like, sub, share, follow, come check out the YouTube, Kick, Twitter, Twitch, all of that good stuff helps the channel grow. And for all of you returning viewers, once again, thank you for taking the time out of your day. We'll get started here momentarily. Just gotta get set up a couple things on my side, so please stand by. Alright, hello and welcome back. Good to go, guys. Sorry about that, it took a little longer than I expected. Just had to make sure that the game doesn't, like, explode while I'm trying to play it. Because, you know, my streaming software and my thing don't actually work very well together. Hold on. Kick's running in the background, didn't it? Get out of here, Kick! I hate when it does that. It does that every time I try and open up Kick to go ahead and change the stream things so it knows that I'm not streaming whatever nonsensical bullshit it put me at. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on into this. 203. So last I remember, we came over here to go ahead and collect my carrots. It is currently nighttime, so there's nothing for me to go ahead and do here at the moment. No way for me to get my junk. So head over to the Abernathy Farms. You love the transmute spell. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty useful spell. Iron to silver, silver to gold. I know a lot of people use it when they're spamming levels and such. I know it's a big process, you know, between spamming levels for the transmute and then spamming daggers or spamming gold rings.
Seems to be growing well.
All right. Alright, we don't have any stops that I think I need to make. I think I made the stops on the way back. Maybe. Well, let me check my inventory. Do I have junk? I do not. So I did not make any stops. I guess we can make a couple stops on the way. See if Diamond City has anything. And if we get there at nighttime, then Percy, because I kept forgetting his name, will probably have something. Yeah. Oh, man. Let me tell you guys. I'm super excited. Okay. I know that Diablo 4 isn't everybody's cup of tea and all of that. And I know that the new, like, season, they really screwed up the patches and really screwed everybody out of their stuff. But I haven't felt too bad about it. I mean, instead of going for the, like, Death Explosion Necromancer that I was, I went for, like, a Blood Necromancer. I named her Tampax. Yeah, and it's enjoyable. Like, I haven't had any issues with it. I was expecting it to be bad, but turns out it's relatively mediocre. Exactly the way I was hoping. Looks like we're good. Back to normal. I'm really gonna have to go into my inventory and just get a piece of gear. Copper. And steel. The steel, I think, would be simple enough. I'm getting plenty of steel from the stuff that I'm grabbing, like the gears and whatnot from, I think. So as long as I keep getting copper and all of that, I should be fine. It's just a little writ, just a little piece of paper there. Oh, I don't need the rubber right now. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I could use, but, like, don't need a lot of that stuff right now anymore. Alright, Kneecapper. We'll finally get rid of some of these short plasma, night boosted agitated plasma, Kneecapper automatic, also Kneecapper automatic. And then, do I have any apparel on me? The fortified packs thing, and then this heavy metal left arm. Oh, right. I forgot about that. I got this, these things too. Sentinels Combat. T45 gear, not really that great. I have plenty of T45 gear anyway, so we'll just give up the rest of this Raider armor here. Perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and head over to Goodneighbor. Go get that stuff there. Sadly, you have to mine iron or silver to begin the process. You gotta go. Alright, thanks for popping in. I definitely know that I have the junk jet somewhere. I'm looking at that thing. I just don't think I've ever really used it in this game. It's strong, but I just don't feel a need to. Maybe I could just plug it full of forks. That would probably work really well. That gold oil. I thought it was something else. Spring screw, copper, hot plates, microscopes. They've got gears. Don't really need the adhesives anymore. At least not right now, anyway. There's a lot of other stuff that I need. My sets are all geared for picking up. What's it called? Picking up stuff for power armor and whatnot at the moment. Only give you a couple. 3. Perfect. Alright, let's head on over to this beautiful orphan grinder here. Okay, so far everything seems free and everything seems clear as still so far. Yeah, I don't see anything. Looks like we're good. Alright, let me see if I can go ahead and do this. Let me find... I need one piece of... Hold on, maybe I can inspect and then... Is there a way to unmark it? So I guess let me take a beaker stand. And this rubber... Oh, this has pretty much 2 of the things I need. Copper. Grab a Brotherhood of Steel holo tag, and then a gear, I guess I need. Let me see if I just have a loose floating gear somewhere in here. I do have some loose floating gears. Huh. It's interesting that a gear would just break down for more steel. Alright, let me see about marking stuff for component list. Let me untag. So I can do it. Copper. Copper. Component list. Rubber and steel. I need gears. I guess I gotta find something with a gear. So I can grab it for, to get its component. One bone cutter. Okay, so copper, gear. And I guess steel. Let me go ahead and mark off. Let me grab the fiberglass. That way I can stop that. And let me... Oh, I don't need aluminum, but fiberglass will be fine. I also need to get rid of adhesives on my list, because I don't really need adhesives. I should be able to just duct tape you in here. Duct tape, perfect. So let's grab duct tape. Go in here, component list, no adhesives, copper, no fiberglass, and steel. Perfect. That's all I need. Now I should be able to track things a hell of a lot easier. Alright. Let's go ahead and do the normal business. Have you ever been beaten with a wet spaghetti noodle by your girlfriend because she has a twin sister and you got confused? How it feels to drive a Ford. That was a shitty morph if I've ever had one happen to me. You definitely had me. How you doing, Classic Joe? Jeez. Had me in the first half. I mean, I was gonna say, yeah, I know what it feels like to be beaten by a wet spaghetti noodle. Yes, I definitely... I've had the twin situation, unfortunately, happen. So... But not the whole dad thing, so that was a big non-starter there, but... Everything up until then... definitely had me. Alright. Should only need a couple of these things fixed up. Flying in the sky. Cliff racers fly so high in the sky. Yeah. How you doing, Vindex? Welcome. Yeah. Cliff racers. Man, let me fucking tell you. Them cliff racers. What a pain in the tuckus. Those things were such a pain in the ass. Couldn't even move 3 feet without a freaking cliff racer. Ugh. How you doing today? We'll just drop these off real quick and then... Ooh, I think we have a majority of this stuff closed. That's pretty good. Alright, let's get some meats. First one. Alright. I'm gonna be saving a lot of Deathclaw meat here. Cause I'm a big dumb. So I'm saving me some money. Burr, burr. Alright, cool stuff. This is a pretty effective, pretty efficient farm. Wasn't expecting to see that many, Yaoguai. Yeah, got quite a lot of them on that go. Do do do. Dun dun. Ba da da ba bum ba. Ba ba. Ba ba. Ba ba. Hey, Easy Fulla. Hello. How you doing? Welcome back. How's your day? Just, you know, same thing day after day. Going through the motions here. But I've got my stuff tagged out properly now, so getting junk should be a little bit faster than it has been. Oh, I must have had meat from the other ones fall down. I'll have to see how much steel, gears, and copper I'm actually sitting on. So that way I know if I need to pick up more steel's gear or copper. I mean, I'm sure I have a pretty substantial amount. But, yeah. All right, get them roast. Good, thank you. Looks like the farm is working great. It is. I'm like trying to go ahead and get enough stuff to expand the farm out a little bit, because I'd like to go ahead and add more death claws and stuff, but it's going to take a little bit. I'd like to have a large surplus of stuff before I do that. And it's just going to take a little bit to really build up a good surplus before I have the ability to really make the farm sparkle. Otherwise, yeah, it's working out pretty well. Started not that long ago, maybe about 20-something minutes ago. Haven't had a level just yet, but I think in about 3 sweeps of the farm, I should have a level. So it should be pretty quick. Okay. I think this was the only one. I'll still check all of them just to be sure, because I'm sure some of them got hit with the splash, so usually what happens. Yeah. Looks like a lot of these got hit with splash damage. Still, the XP is too good to worry. Alright, let's check the amount of junk I am sitting on. Didn't take the cap explosion perk on this playthrough. I think it just broke with your last character. Yeah, explosion is like any type of explosion damage is just... It's pretty damn good on any type of explosive weapon. It makes the game pretty trivial, honestly, too. I don't think I'm gonna need the throat slicer. But I'll worry about that in a moment. First, let's drop off the carrots and stuff. Let's take a look at my full stock here. So, in terms of junk, I really wish I could just break everything down so I knew exactly how many gears I'm sitting on. Oh, hold on. I'm dumb. I can check it. And then we'll do a full check through everything else as well. We grab the 11 miniguns, 2 missile launchers. All right. Let's just check to see how many gears I have, and we'll do some math. Okay, so I have 148 gear, which is not very much. I thought that I had more at some point. I think I'm going to really have to focus on gear farming. 148, 880, and a ton of steel, so that's fine. 140, so that would be, let's see, 10, 11, 13. So, 13, let's see. For 22. I guess 220 would be that, and then by 4, let's just take it to 10. 140, so 14 plus 2, 16. I'm definitely mathing wrong here, aren't I? 50, no, 30. 30 would be 120, so 35, 6, 7, 70. 30, maybe 36, 37. 37, so I'll go with 37, and then steel is fine. But we really need gears. When they explode into a pile of caps, yeah, it's one of those things that I feel like the cap explosion is really doing a lot of harm. And I really wish I could go ahead and take it back, because it's one of my least favorite perks, and I feel like it's probably putting caps all over the place. And that's probably what's really bagging up my game, is all these caps everywhere. And I can't really do too much about it either. They're there. I mean, I really don't want to pick all these caps up. It's such minimal amounts of stuff. It's really not worth it. But I don't have too much of a choice, because I am starting to agree that it might be the caps more than anything else that is causing my big lag issue. Like, I don't need this many caps. Like, what do I need all of this for? And it's, what, a couple hundred caps that I'm slowing myself down for? It's a terrible perk. Bloody Mess and this, probably my least favorite perks in the whole game. Need a conveyor belt to come. Man, I wish. Listen, if I could build, like, a Roomba or a robot that could, like, grab all my stuff for me, I would be so happy. But I don't think there is a way for me to automate the picking up of stuff. It really bugs me. But man, I feel like that is such a necessity. Alright. It's carrot time. Pizza time. Yeah. By the way, Season 5, Episode 343 on One Piece. Congrats! Yeah, you're going pretty far. I have no idea what the seasons are, so... Yeah, I have no clue. I have not been able to go ahead and watch One Piece. I've had a lot of other stuff going on, but... How you been, Raider? Oh, actually, you know what? Now that you just reminded me of something, let me check my studio, how close I am here. Heck yeah! Nice stuff. So I think probably within this next month, I'll be able to go ahead and I'll be able to become a YouTube partner here by next month if I can just get my watch hours up.
I wouldn't be very good company right now.
My watch hours are the only thing holding me back, and I am pretty close. I think I'm 850 watch hours away total from being able to apply for the partnership program. In your game, the caps never despawned. You'd find piles all over the Commonwealth. Oh, man. I hope that's not the case for me. I would not be very happy. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I got an email saying that I've got all my other requirements. I just need to get my hours in. Once I get my hours, which is I just need to meet my 3,000 hours here, I can apply for the partnership program. That would be pretty freaking cool.
I really should study my lines.
Yeah, but I wish there was like a cap Roomba or something, or like just a junk Roomba or a loot Roomba that would just pick up all the stuff. That would be very nice. We'll just grab anything that's got the stuff on it. Oh, hold on. I probably should unmark steel at some point. But we'll do that after this one, I guess. Because I really don't need steel, not that I know of, but... Why does the bag of cement contain acid? What? No, you're looking at the bag of fertilizer, that's why. It's because this has fertilizer and this is cement. They would just happen to be right next to each other, that's all. They really don't need those, but... Home plate. Home plate? Oh, hot plate, not home plate. I'm like, why the fuck? Home plate got some... Yeah, I think we'll take off steel, because I feel like it's going to add a lot of unnecessary stuff to my list of things to grab. And if we really need steel, I can always just put it right back on. Fertilizer doesn't have acid, it's just full of nitrogen. I mean, technically, fertilizer is acidic. Most of the time, fertilizer is shit, so... My hours will never meet the requirement, because you don't stream and you only upload build videos. Don't mind. No, that's... No, you can. I mean, streaming isn't really what makes it. When they say watch hours, they mean how many people have watched over the accumulation. They don't mean people streaming. You could technically meet the requirements. You would just need to get so many people to watch X number of hours on your stuff over the course of 365 days. That's all. True, you wouldn't get acid from it. I think it's acidic in just its nature. I don't know if you get acid from it. I mean, it's acidic in nature. It goes through digestive juices, so maybe that's how they figure it. I don't know. Listen, I'm not Bugthesda. I don't know how to do this. You're asking me to math. I've got an intelligence of 1. Lucky I can speak. Which, that always kind of bothered me about these newer Fallouts. Like, if my character has an intelligence of 1, why the fuck am I able to go ahead and speak or understand anybody, period? Like, I should not be able to understand whatever is being said to me or anything. Imagine that, a drug from fertilizers, that would be crazy. I'm not sure if you have heard of the lowly mushroom. But yeah, there are psychedelics that can be used through fertilizer. In the world of Fallout, though, however, technically jet comes from fertilizer, or it comes from some type of like Brahmin dung. They found that the Brahmin dung, mixed with some other stuff, was actually creating an effect, and then they bottled it all up, and that became what became Jet. Bigger than mine? What's bigger than yours? Also, hello, Brooks Jones. Bigger than yours. Listen, I don't know about that. Most fertilizer are made from chemistry, so why not? Well, I mean, I guess nowadays a lot of stuff is. I mean, it's all chemistry to begin with, but usually it's all treated and specialized, and there's a lot more that goes into farming nowadays. Don't ask me about farming. It's one of those subjects that I just don't understand well. But you can grow reishi or others and also fund psychedelics. Listen, I don't know anything about that, so... Bear, you were just... Oh, you are there. Okay. Oh, heck. Oh, I get the feeling there's more than one bear. It's unfortunate, but I think we'll just not burn through it. Mushrooms in general are the cause for most hallucinogens. Not necessarily. I mean, there's all kinds of hallucinogens out there in the world. You know? I mean, the peyote cactus, psilocybin mushrooms, technically. I mean, there's all kinds of things out there that can cause it. You know, worms, wormwood. If you want to go the whole alcohol route and stuff like that, there's plenty of stuff out there. Types of poisons can cause psychoactivities. You know, sativa, plants in general. There's a lot of plants that can cause stuff like that. But the bigger question is it because they're doing you harm and it's your body's way of being like, hey, this is not doing what you want it to do. No, yearling. Stop it, dear. Alright. You've actually tried Blue Lotus and nothing happened. Well, don't know what to tell you. IQ? No, I wouldn't say that. Listen. You're probably... My IQ is decent, I guess. No, you're good. No issue, Kiwa. Nah, a lot of people got a pretty good IQ. A lot of people don't give themselves enough credit. You know, the whole IQ thing and everything... I don't know if IQ really plays as big a part as people give it credit for nowadays anyway. I think street smarts and common sense should be a little bit better of a gauge for how people see the world. You know, if you're not eating Tide Pods, you're A-okay, right? Most of the time you feel like you've got a 30 IQ? Man, fucking don't we all. Anytime I go to work and I'm sitting around all them professionals, I'm like, Jesus Christ, how did I get here? I don't belong here. I'm not a professional. So welcome back. You need to stop building rectangular houses. I mean, nothing wrong with a rectangular house. I personally, I don't build for... I really don't build for my personal use. The only time I ever do is building the armor gallery and stuff. The Gallereum, as I call it. But, like, outside of that, I really don't care for the Fallout settlement building system. It doesn't do much for me. I'm not getting anything out of it. I don't feel like I really enjoy it like some other people do. It's just not my thing. Man, I'm sure it's there for people who do enjoy it, but... Also, IQ is a scam. It's just meant to inflate egos. I wouldn't say it's a scam. I mean, you can definitely tell when somebody is a little more intelligent than somebody else. I would just say that there's a lot that goes into that that's not taken into account when you talk about, like, IQ scores. Yeah, of course I remember you, hater. How you been? It has been a while since you've popped in. What you been up to? How were your exams? Everything went well? Also, let me finish off these things so I can go ahead and read chat here. I just don't want to waste my bonus here. Alright, we're good. iPad losses, it's your mother's phone, you got your account here. Yeah, I remember you had to log into Eve before. I remember it. All good. Tasty. Yeah, I try my best to make sure that everyone is, that all this delicious meat is, you know, kept on full display for everybody. Yep, we've got your shortcuts here, your little slabs. If you want, we've got ribs on sale. Come on down to Yaguai Barn where we're gonna go ahead and get you a nice cut. Do you want bear meat? Because we've got bear meat. We've got bear hats too. And you know what? We'll handle it bare-handed just for you. Haha. Jokes so you don't have to. Anyway. Don't mind me. I'm an idiot. You're getting the iPhone Pro? The 14 Pro? Nice. I am actually thinking about switching off the iPhone. I've had an iPhone for a long time, and the only reason I keep it is mainly just because, like, I have all my stuff on here, and I just don't feel like going through the process of reintegrating all my stuff back in. That's more the pain than anything else. IQ doesn't mean that you're intelligent. It means that you've got some culture. Unknown problem is not solved with a book, but not the true brain. I would say the intelligent quotient was designed to see if people were intelligent, but I think really the IQ tests and stuff are designed to see how out of the box your thinking is. You know, because you don't have to be a genius to do certain things, and not necessarily is having a high IQ going to go ahead and be a reflection on you as a person or what you're capable of. How you're reared, your special interests, what your specialties are. There's a lot of factors that go into how smart a person is, and I think just slapping a generic number on it, saying that I am this... It's not something you can be like, I am this tall. IQ is not an I am this tall problem, or an I am this tall equation, so... You know, it's one of those things that it's got so many factors that I feel like an IQ test really doesn't encompass that. Deep fried, please? Ah, yes. You still got those voice impressions? Of course I try. And do as many stuff. Switch your phone for after 6 years? I hold on to my phone for as long as fucking possible. If my phone is still capable of doing what I need it to do, that baby's coming with me wherever. I rarely replace my phone. Deep fried? Listen, I can give you deep fried bear, but I don't think you'll like bear. It's interesting because I believe the Yao Guai was named by the Chinese. I think when they encountered it first, they called it the Yao Guai. I don't know if that's its actual term. I think it's like a bastardization of some Chinese word that means bear. Call me out on my bullshit if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is in the Fallout universe anyway. Alright, we're good. IQ just means you can remember more numbers, physics, and English. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that it comes out to, like, American standardized testing is kind of difficult because I don't know if I'd really call it a measure of intelligence. It's more of a measure of how well someone can learn and regurgitate information. Monkeys can mime a ton of things humans can do. Doesn't mean they're intelligent. That don't mean they're intelligent, right? Monkeys are pretty intelligent. I mean, they have the ability to understand things. They have the ability to reason out stuff. Like, if you want to take a look at intelligence, it's kind of difficult when you have that conversation. 17 days without Fallout. You'll be alright. IQ stands for I'm quality. Oh, man. That does not apply to me. I am straight garbage. I'm actually a decent person, but, like, I'm pretty hard on myself. But, you know, I grew up in a thing where I grew up with very high standards for my father and all of that. So I'm pretty hard on myself when I'm not, like, tip-top, A-OK, 100% on my game. So... but no, monkeys and stuff, they do have a pretty decent form of intelligence. I mean, they're capable of understanding the usage of tools, remembering patterns and stuff like that, communicating when they learn a way to communicate through something other than whatever language they're given. They can understand what people tell them. And not in the way that, like, a dog can. Because if we're talking about intelligence, dogs can understand things, but it's more of pattern recognition than it is true intelligence. You're better off, like, getting a goat or a horse, which can actually be taught stuff like that. And sure, dogs can be taught certain things, but not in the same way that, like, you or I or something a little higher up on the intelligence scale is. Like, parrots are pretty damn intelligent. A lot of people don't give them a time of day, though. Parrots remember stuff, and crows, man, forget about it. Those things are hyper-intelligent. Alright, let's see what we're sitting on. Let me see if I'm at a net positive. I'm probably at a loss for gears. I'm going to assume I'm at a loss for gears, so I'm really going to have to start farming them out. Yeah, I'm going to really have to start farming out gears at some point. Just because I don't have enough gears. That's going to be my main issue. IQ, I can build a fusion generator but can't pull weeds in my settlement. Yes! That also is a thing. You can get to the point where somebody is too intelligent and then doesn't understand some other stuff. Like, there are some geniuses out there who have issues with, you know, some of the regular minimal tasks that you or I could go ahead and accomplish. And it's not that they're not intelligent or anything, it's just the fact that, they just don't get it. They don't understand some of the stuff. So, there's all kinds of levels. Like, we could go on and on forever and ever about intelligence and where it really stands and what makes a person smart and what makes somebody dumb. But, like, at the end of the day, I think the important part is just everybody recognizing that, hey, everybody's got their skills and everybody's got something they're good or bad at. You know, if we just recognize people for who they are or what they're capable of, I feel like the world would be a better place. It's just ironic. Yeah, that's the human experience, though. Irony in a nutshell, right? There's an autism which allows someone to be very mega good. Yeah, savants. And it's I mean, I guess it is, savant syndrome is on the spectrum. I don't know enough about, like, savants and stuff to really talk about it. I know that savants are capable of many things, but savant doesn't necessarily mean that that person is affected with some type of autism. Maybe it does. I don't know. I could be talking out my ass. But I'm pretty sure savant just means it's a high intelligence for a specific thing. Does smartness have limits? Yeah, I'm sure it does. I'm sure smartness has plenty of limits. Listen, there are... Keep this in mind. Let's take a look at the two ends here. You could have somebody who is just considered the village idiot, who goes around philosophizing, or whatever the fuck the actual word is, and comes up with the most profound thing in the universe. But, you know, no one's gonna really recognize it, so it doesn't matter at that point. Savantism disproportionately affects males with about 5 male savants for every 1. Generally occurs in people of IQs between 40 and 70.
Seems to be growing
Huh.
low.
That sounds fairly low. I'm pretty sure. I thought that, like, 70 was considered, like, the low end. And anything, I think, below 50 was considered inoperable. And by inoperable, I don't mean, like, they couldn't operate on it. Like, just non-functional. The inability to go ahead and function on their own. Yeah, I don't know. But, like, I think there are limits, because let's take a look at the perfect case of the Demon Core. I'm sure many of you guys have heard this, and if you haven't, prepare for a small history lesson on,
What have you got to trade today?
on nuclear fusion and experimentation and stuff. So, there was this thing called the Demon Core, right? And they were using it to go ahead and do all kinds of experiments and stuff. And these absolutely brilliant scientists, in all of their amazing ideas, and I think it was one specific guy, decided that instead of going through with the standard safety precautions of ensuring that there was a clamp to make sure that the core itself wasn't touching, and wouldn't cause the nuclear reaction, right? So imagine it as like a jawbreaker, right? So you've got this, like, this core that's like a little cannonball looking thing sitting in the middle of an outer shell, right? That broke in half so that way it would contain the stuff on the inside. But when it made contact is when the actual nuclear reaction would happen and the radiation would release outwards, right? I wouldn't say it's a nuclear reaction, it was more of a degradation. It caused the reaction to go ahead and release radiation into the area, so not necessarily nuclear, but anyway, you get the point. I'm using super general terms here, so that way everybody just understands where the Demon Core is. So, you get these absolutely big-brained individuals who, instead of going through, and there's one specific scientist, let me say this again because not everybody just... So you get this absolutely big-brained individual who comes up and he's like, you know what, I don't like the way these are doing. I'm going to go ahead and use a screwdriver to go ahead and keep this shell open so the reaction doesn't happen, right? You and me, your mom, the cat, the fucking banana would understand, don't use a screwdriver as a safety mechanism to stop everybody from dying of radiation poisoning, right? Like, you should look at this and be like, wow, this thing could kill me. Yeah, screwdriver, that seems like a good idea. No. So he puts a screwdriver in there, and lo and behold, the exact thing that you and I think was going to happen, happened. The screwdriver got knocked out, and guess what? Everybody in the room was basically a walking corpse after that, because they all got hit with so much radiation
Trade a few things.
that, yeah, they were gonna die. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe the guy was quoted after he managed to go ahead and separate the two halves of the Demon Core as saying, "Welp, that's that." I'm pretty sure that's what he was quoted as saying. Same as you when you're on the toilet after eating beans. Oh, man, I hope I never have to be on the toilet. Like, well, I don't know. I've been on the... Definitely had that. So I'm getting more and more and more lactose intolerant. Obviously, I'm getting older. By the way, if you can drink milk and you're not lactose intolerant, that's the mutation, not the other way around. Most people are lactose intolerant, but... Anyway. Yeah, so going back on that whole thing, there are definitely what I would consider limits to smartness. You know, I wouldn't say that everybody who is smart is intelligent. And I wouldn't say everybody who is intelligent is smart. Smart people make dumb decisions, and intelligent people make dumb decisions. I tend to divide smart and intelligent. I like to think of intelligence as more of a book-based things, and smart being more of a common sense things. Serious, it needs some bad joke to release the pressure. Man, listen. I think my gameplay is joke enough to release release enough pressure here. My gameplay is trash. It's a joke in itself. Heroin speedrun for that guy, because every day your skin's peeling. Oh yeah, it was pretty bad. From what I understand, yeah, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, he sure did that. Man, that's the kind of guy who turned a hard lefty-loosey on his entire life. But, on a serious note, yeah, everybody who was in there, I believe they all died. Yeah, the radiation got to them in such a short amount of time that they all died. It was pretty bad. So, yeah, don't go messing around with screwdrivers and nuclear material, kids. But yeah, that's pretty much my point is not every intelligent person makes intelligent decisions. Get rid of all of those, and I guess the never-ending pistol. Now, let's just get rid of 2 grenades. That'd be fine.
Nothing to report, ma'am.
Blue flash was seen. That's what happens when nuclear reaction is happening. Yeah, I don't know enough about like nuclear stuff, but yeah, here let me look it up, because you see it when nuclear reactions or when they're operating. Yeah, but I mean it also depends on what is being run through. I always think it's weird that we have this obsession with using like uranium and plutonium for nuclear reactors when we could just as easily use something like thorium. Which would require a bit more refining to really be used, but would have a much less dangerous thing. Plus, instead of using some system like they had in Chernobyl, which caused it, they were using they were kind of using an outdated system, which is how that happened to begin with. There are much better nuclear reactors that we have out there that would be perfectly capable of providing us plenty of power without all of the drawbacks of what we consider the nuclear disaster. That's not a common thing. That's what happens when somebody really fucks up. A Sentinel's pull queue. I am blessed. Hashtag Cherenkov radiation. Reactors were just shit. Yeah, I mean it was an outdated reactor design. When you're gonna get down to brass tacks, that's basically what happened. It was an outdated reactor design that wasn't properly controlled. But people told them about it. Said, hey, look, this is not well maintained. This isn't the right way, and you know it didn't go appropriately, and people paid the consequences. But yeah, let me take a look at this. Because I believe thorium reactors are much easier. Let's see. They breed fissile uranium-233. Molten salt reactors are suited to thorium, which would work pretty well. Let's see, thorium-based nuclear reactors, which I feel like would be the much better way to go ahead and accomplish what we're doing. Here's how I feel about the whole nuclear reactor thing. Considering that we've only had a nuclear disaster, one serious nuclear disaster, in Europe, and one very serious nuclear disaster out in Japan, and there have been many miles, and fucking Jesus, if somebody brings up 3 Mile Island and says it was a nuclear radiation disaster, give them the finger and tell them to go research something, because that is not what I would consider a radiation disaster. Anyway, so even if we were to have, let's say, a nuclear reactor have a disaster maybe once every 30 years or something, imagine, think about all the coal plants that you've heard of exploded, or all the oil refineries that end up completely polluting the environment, or any of the coal mines that just get caught on fire and just never stop burning. Like, there's so many worse disasters that could happen. And a nuclear reactor going up, even if we have once every 30 years, and that area would have to be cleared out, imagine an area the size of roughly maybe a town or a city having to be completely devoid of life for however many years, maybe once every 30 years, and the advantages that nuclear power could have. You know, I think it is perfectly worth the risk, but that's just me. Yeah. There's recent footage of people going into Chernobyl's first reactor and the Elephant Foot. Yeah, it's not so radioactive, but yeah, you can actually look, if you're looking, it used to be that if you were looking at the Elephant's Foot, which, for anybody who doesn't know, when Chernobyl had the disaster, there was this huge piece of radioactive slag that just burnt through everything, called the Elephant's Foot. And the general knowledge was that if you were looking at the Elephant's Foot, you were already dead, because so much radiation was pouring off of this thing that to actually physically look at it meant you were taking so many doses you could count yourself as a walking corpse already. But yeah, I feel like even if we had a disaster like once every 30 years, it would be worth the risk. So let me take a look. So it involved 2 separate incidents. Let's see. It was a subcritical mass of plutonium. We're talking about the Demon Core, so that way I can get everybody spun up here. Manufactured during World War II, during the nuclear development, as a fissile core for an early atomic bomb. It was prepared for shipment as part of a 3rd nuclear weapon, but was not actually used, so they kept it around for testing. There are 2 critical accidents that were involved at the Los Alamos laboratory in 45 and in 46. Both resulted in fatalities. Both experiments were designed to demonstrate how close the core was to criticality, but in each case, they accidentally placed it into a critical state. Let's see. Others were present, were exposed. The core was then melted down in 46, and the material was recycled for use in other cores. So yeah, that particular core was meant to be the 3rd atomic bomb. But they used it for experimentation, and yeah, it's pretty bad. The first guy died 25 days after the accident from acute radiation syndrome. And the second one died in 1978, 33 years after, from leukemia. That was during the first incident. The second incident had, let's see, 8 victims. One died 9 days after, one died 19 years after, from a lot of complications. And what did it look like? Imagine a very smooth cannonball. That's exactly when I say like Demon Core, it just looked like a giant sphere made of metal. That's exactly what it looked like. And it was kept in like a shell housing to go ahead and keep it from touching stuff. It was supposed to be kept away from reaching criticality, but that's what it was. It was just a spear of metal. Let's see. Died 55 years, refused to take part in studies, and was prevented from obtaining medical records after the incident. So this guy, when he died, refused to go ahead and have any testing done. Let's see. Leukemia, endocarditis, and anemia. So let's see in here. Let's see. So this guy died of some heart thing. Died of natural causes, which nobody dies of natural causes. You always die of something. Natural causes is just a way of saying your body failed. Let's see. Let's see. Some guy died in 88. Seemed like he was okay. And then there was another security guard who actually died, who was KIA in Korea. But yeah, the majority, there were some people who were close enough that suffered a lot of stuff from it, and a couple people who ended up living to like 30 to 50 years later and then dying of some cause from the actual demon core itself. Yeah, I think there is a picture of a demon core somewhere out there. But yeah. That was the thing. You know, we tend to mess around with a lot of stuff that we shouldn't, but I feel like that's just, it's a lot of life in general. It always makes you wonder what the alternate future might have actually been like had humanity not just always thought about tearing each other apart. You know, you, me, and the fellow man could all just get together and, you know, kumbaya a little bit. Instead of, you know, kill them all a little bit. Alright, this should be a level this time around. I think I should get the level on the Yao Guai if enough of those doors are closed. So we were at 146 for gears. Last I checked. I haven't dropped off the junk yet, I think. And even then, even if I do drop off the junk, recommend a watch of a YouTube video. I mean, I've seen more than my fair share of it. I just don't remember it all off the top of my head. I have watched more than my fair share of documentaries on all kinds of nuclear weapons and stuff like that. I'm a big fan of war history and stuff. Like, if you want to talk really good war history, for any of you guys who are big readers out there, there's a book I always highly recommend called Poison Arrows, Scorpion Bombs, and where is it? I think it's called Greek Fire, Poison Arrows, and Scorpion Bombs. It is all about chemical and biological warfare in the ancient world. Yeah, you know, the Greek flamethrower. The ancient Greek flamethrower back in the day. Which, that was an actual thing, if you guys didn't know. Called Greek Fire. We've lost the formula for it, but we believe that it was napalm. So we're talking the ancient Greeks having access to napalm. Imagine that for scary, right? Perfect, see? Told you we get it in the Yao Guai. Barely. Haha, barely. What a fucking joke. Alright, good old Shaggy stuff. We'll repair this. Then move on to floor 2. Oh, I gotta exit out of these cages so I don't accidentally build something. Waste resources I'm already struggling with. I just need to find somebody who sells gears. Like, I think I'd be A-okay, but I can't find anybody who sells gears is the problem. I can find, like, lone gears here or there, but nothing, like, consolidated. Yeah, I figured I shot into that cage.
Yeah.
Alright, turn this one back on. Did you know that they thought of using LSD as a chemical weapon? I mean, I have heard of many of the experiments that they used for LSD. What about the woman in Bunker Hill? Good point. Let me go check her out after I'm done here. Because I completely forgot that Bunker Hill was a sales settlement that I could get stuff from. Look at me being all dumb. Perfect. Yeah, let me go check out Bunker Hill next. If they do have sheets of gears, that would be fantastic. That means that Bunker Hill would become part of my my regular loop for resources. That's the only reason I haven't gone to Bunker Hill. I definitely just forgot it existed. Otherwise, I might have actually checked there already. Bet the people who were tortured with it are just thinking, what the fuck? I mean, nobody really knew. It was a complete accident. Like, tortured and the walls start breathing. I mean, it was all discovered by a complete accident. I actually did a report on... So I did this report in school, and it was drugs, rock and roll, and the American people. And it was like, it was a big report on how drugs, rock and roll influenced America and created such a big pop culture change that you can't really speak of where politics in America went without really referring to drugs and rock and roll at the exact same time. They had such a big influence on that particular era. You know, going back to the Founding Fathers and the Wacky Tobacco. But yeah, it was a complete accident. He was mixing up stuff and dropped it on his skin. And there you go. The counterculture of the 60s and 70s. It's always weird when people talk about counterculture, because I wouldn't even say it's really counterculture. I mean, it was a different culture. It wasn't even really against the norm. So you can't really blame them? I wouldn't know. I would not know, good sir. Alright, let's take a look at... So, I was at 146 last I passed through. I think Gears 114. Yeah? Let's see, I had 880, so my copper is at a positive. So my copper looks like it's still going up. My steel, I don't exactly remember the number. I probably could get more steel than I know what to do with. But it looks like my gears, which were at 46, are now at 14. So that's going to be a problem. I need to find consistent gears. I'm pretty sure he didn't ingest it. I'm pretty sure he literally dropped it on his skin. But because it was in such a high concentration, and it actually will absorb through your skin. But you know what? The internet. Did I check other workbenches? Most of my workbenches aren't really connected. The only one that is, I think Sanctuary is connected to Abernathy, but that's about it. But I don't really have much stuff elsewhere in any of my workbenches. None of my people really do shit. Like, I neglect the hell out of all of my stuff. How was LSD discovered? Obtain a respiratory surgery. It was set aside and decided to take a second look at it. Oh, I guess it was ingested. I had no idea. I thought he had dropped it on his skin. Well, I'll be fucked. 1 to 2 hour experience of slow gradual change. Huh. Yeah. I guess I did not. That's on me. I didn't realize it was ingested. Watts Electricity has a lot of fans. Hardware Town near Diamond City has fans. Yeah, that's true. I could go grinding. I'm trying to avoid, like, going out places and having to, like, physically go buy thing. I would prefer to go buy it, but you forgot Covenant existed? Covenant is where I put all of the followers at. So all of my followers live in Covenant. At least the ones who are alive, anyway. Man, Discord Raider, you admit to quite a lot of illegal activities there. All right, yeah, let's check the bunker, see if they have it. And I know what's her name. This lady.
Hey.
World's a changin', but my deals aren't.
Yeah, can you
Hey again, step right up. Little bit of everything from all over.
Okay, let's
see
barter.
what you got.
You'll find something you like. Everyone does.
They're just free and easy to take, so why not? Yeah, that is true. Good day, gentlemen. How are you in this wonderful day of the wasteland? How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? I am looking for gears. I am having trouble finding people who sell sheets of gears. I can obviously find plenty of, like, copper and other stuff, but gears at the moment seem to be my real issue. I mean, I guess I don't technically need any of the steel, but whatever. Let's see the positives. Wow, she does have a lot of, like, fans. Less copper. Let's see. Concrete, copper, fiberglass, gold, lead, rubber. So she has a lot of off stuff, but it doesn't look like she has sheets of gears. No gear shipments. I'll look it up here in a second. Find out who's got a gear shipment. Unused oil, sure, vacuum tube. Don't care about the Wonder Glue. Laser rifle, missile launcher, pistol, and 2 grenades should do it. You can have the 8 caps. Pindaric, fine, good sir. How shall I call you? Azon usually works. Azon, I mean, Azonavox is normally what it goes. Azon's fine. I mean, yeah. It's normally what most people... everybody has problems pronouncing it anyway, but I always just tell them Azon is fine. Vox works too, but whatever floats your boats here. They sell some shipment of gears, but I can't remember who. That's okay. We're going to look it up right now. So... who sells gear shipments? Wow, I definitely was not expecting that. Arturo in Diamond City, the guy who sells weapons, also has a gear shipment. It's only in 25. Isabel sells a shipment of 25 if she's spared. Okay. I mean, that's alright. I mean, be nice if I could... I'd probably have to find a gear shipment and then go ahead and copy it. And just glitch more into existence. I think that would be the best way to go about it. Alright, well, welcome here to the channel. Obviously, it's a very long journey here. You've come at a pretty decent time. Yeah. Yeah, I know that Myrna didn't have any, but Arturo definitely. Gears and guns go hand in hand. Also, Tears of the Kingdom game looks and plays kind of boring. I mean, I guess. Listen, I haven't even finished Breath of the Wild. I'm gonna get there and it's gonna be late. But I will... Well, what time is it? 5? Yeah, I'll get there and it'll be late. So we'll do that the next time around. But yeah, you came at a good time. I've just passed over that 200 mark, which I think is kind of the big threshold. Once we get to, like, I think 40 or 50 points over... I should be able to go ahead... Oh, that reminds me. I had something I also wanted to look up. Let me check that, too, while I'm at it. Mentally decrease in survival mode. Survival modes. Turning on permanency disables it. In survival mode, one's stats can decrease by becoming hungry. Let's see. Let me pause real quick. Into special. Unlike in the previous special stats starting at a 1 instead of 5, the character can upgrade their special. Unlike a previous all specials can be meaningfully boosted past 10. In other words, temporary and static boosts are allowed to your stats are over 10. For permanent adjustments, bobbleheads. After exiting, you can find your special book. However, you can use a temporary stat loss from a consumable to decrease a current special, and then use a book to upgrade that stat. Huh. Let's see, Liam's as used. In survival mode, one's stats can be decreased by becoming hungry, thirsty, diseased, or tired. Getting addicted to Excel will drop every stat by 1, so any stat can be increased this way. Okay, perfect. So in survival mode, yes, I will be able to decrease my stats. Perfect. Good to know. So that does kind of get my thing. Cricket's dead in my stuff, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know when she died, but she did. Is someone Serbian in this chat? I don't know. I assume that Serbian mapper might be Serbian. No clue. But yeah, let me check my workbench here. Actually, hold on. There's an easy way to check if I have it or not. Rexford and Rufus is in the Rexford. Ah, okay. Gotcha. I know who Rufus is then. Let me check to see if I have gears here or not. I'm assuming I don't. Yeah, 36. I figured I took all my gears elsewhere, so.
My onboard functions are operating.
Seems to be growing well.
But we'll grab all of these carrots and stuff here. We'll head over, grab the other carrots, head out to Diamond City. Please do not talk to me. Get out of my way, machine. Yes, typical. I know, me being very typical and telling machines to go fuck themselves. That's me. I don't run the Institute for nothing. Alright, good. Carrots get. We'll move on. I don't know much about Fallout 4. How is the game? It's alright. Fallout 4 is one of those games that I think is best experienced once. I feel like it doesn't have the same replayability that some of the other games do. Sure, you can go different routes. Are you gonna dupe Mats? Can't remember if I heard. At some point I will. Not right now, but yes, at some point I will be doing some duping. Mainly when I start doing massive expansion on the farms and stuff like that, I will probably end up doing some dupes. But that's gonna be way in the future. That's why I'm looking for shipments rather than just loose supplies. If you want, if you haven't done, Isabel also sells gear shipments. Yeah, I do have it done, but her and I have a weird interaction. Her robot stuff is glitched for me, so it's kind of difficult for me to do the whole, like, talk to her and have an interaction that's normal. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I kind of haven't seen her in a while either, so I have no clue. Only have Fallout 3, what can you tell me from the beginning? Alright, so you know how, like, in Fallout 3, you grow up in the vault and everything else. So, Fallout 4 is a little different. Your character is in the vault because they are there from the very beginning. They actually witnessed the nuclear explosions and stuff going off. This vault was a cryogenics vault. Also, thank you for the sub. I'm usually here about 3 to 4 times a week. I try and be here a little more often when I can. My streams are usually, like, between 2 and 4 hours. Yeah. I can't really say much. Like, I used to be active a lot more, and I think I would like to be more active. But, man, this challenge is truly a challenge. It wears on the soul. Unlike Ark, which I felt like I was accomplishing stuff, this is just a consistent, like, back and forth. And I feel like it's just such monotony sometimes that I need to take a break here and there. But yeah, so, like, you start out in the beginning, it's a cryogenics vault, so everybody gets frozen, and then a tragedy happens, and your baby is stolen, and your husband and/or/wife is killed. And so you go out into the world, waking up 200-something years later, in Boston. So, there you go. I don't want to spoil too much, but that is basically the gist of how it begins.
Broke up with my girl. She kept the cap off.
You know who keeps the cap off of toothpaste? A synth.
Great stuff. If you're interested.
It's funny because I've thought about looking into Arturo's stuff, but never even considered. Oh my god, gears? I'm so mad. I'm so mad. This whole time I could have been grabbing gears just like that. There's only 4 people who sell gears. Yeah, now I'll have to keep them in mind when I'm making my way around getting gear shipments and stuff, so. Alright, well, I mean, that is good to know. We'll see if Myrna has any, regular gear junk. Never-ending, nocturnal. Plasma-infused hunting rifle. 5, 10, 25. Yeah, let's just give you the full thing there. Pull cues. I probably don't have anything worth... Oh, here, take that pull cue. Thanks. Sounds horrible. The baby is stolen. Yeah, it is pretty bad. You know,
Remember, I don't serve
and it's one of those
sense.
big
Just
mysteries, so
humans.
I don't really want to ruin it. It's a pretty
I've got a
important
few
part of the
minutes to
story.
browse.
You know,
Just
your
don't call it
character's
junk.
looking for their kid. Grab my stuff here. Don't forget to get the one in Hardware Town and the Watts Electronics. They are free. I just don't want to go through all... It would be good to collect them, but I would just prefer to buy them rather than go out of my way to go collect them. I am through collecting and spending all that time collecting stuff. It's far too much of a pain in the ass for me to go out and collect these things than it is for me to just buy what I need. That's the only reason I'm not taking time to go around and just grab what I need again. I just don't want to do it. No other way around it. Scattergun, Poisoner's Machete, Ported Hunting, and I guess we'll get rid of some of these grenades. Let's get rid of... I don't really need these 66 carrots. Here you go. 66 carrots. Lags are annoying, though. They definitely can be annoying. I know for a fact that this thing is, like, not also operating up to par. I feel like sometimes it's lagging behind where it shouldn't. 45s, 50 cal. I really don't have a need for 50 cal. 556, I'm using those. 762, we'll hold on to those. These Argent Plasma Cells, I'm definitely not fucking using these things. Flamer Fuel. You set up a web address and a SSH connection, so the Strawberry Pi, so anybody can access it. Listen, you may as well run a Minecraft server at that point, right? Fusion cores. I have a ton of these things. I can get rid of them. Pity that they're all the same shelf, though. No need to search around. Goodness, lady, please, just do it right, please. All right, it's good to go. Fresh water, he ain't standing there for his health. Got that ice cold water, and it's only $1. All right. Since they've stocked up, I assume Good Neighbor has probably stocked up, so we'll stop there too. I think what I'm going to need to do is put a shipment of gears, a shipment of copper, and a shipment of steel into a separate area. Oh, actually, you know what? You're a weapons dealer, Cleo.
Every weapon you see here
Maybe you've got
will be the
something.
difference between
Let's see what you have.
each weapon tested.
Ballistic fibers, copper. Well, you've got copper. I mean, that's fine, I guess. Get into my ammo. No alien blaster rounds. We'll just start getting rid of some of these Argent Plasma Cells. I'm literally never going to use them. Cricket is he at Vault 81? There's a bed in case she's not there. Cricket is dead in my game, unfortunately. Cricket died at what's it called? Hawthorne Farm? Yeah, she's dead on the ground at Hawthorne Farm. So, I mean, no Cricket for me, unfortunately. I will just have to do without her cheery smile and cracked out personality. Fuse, hot plates, solvent, lanterns, pro snap, rat poison. Yeah, I didn't mean for her to die. I think she just got caught up when I went to go defend the farm, and she just happened to really get caught in the crossfire there. I don't think it was on purpose, you know. I wouldn't have gotten rid of her. She's one of my favorite of the NPCs, so... Okay, Argent Plasma, because I'm never gonna use these things.
Lady, I need to be a lot more high or a lot more drunk to be bothered right now.
What, you dry? Head over to the third rail.
Alright. Ooh, you're back. All right, thanks for popping in. You know, like I said, I'm usually pretty active, at least 3 to 4 days a week. You know, I usually start broadcasting about 2:30, so all good. I should use Resurrect. I am not playing on console. Yeah, I am playing completely off of remote play from my PlayStation. If I had thought about this before, but I didn't really think about it. I was too many hours in to restart and go onto PC, or otherwise I might have done stuff like that. But I also didn't want to use, like, console commands and stuff like that, because if I'm using a Resurrect on a character that's clearly dead, what's to say I'm not also using, like, /XP or whatever to give myself other stuff in the background? And at that point, I may as well just go ahead and start doing all kinds of stuff. So if I start, you know, if I start doing one thing, what's to say I just shouldn't do the others? I try and avoid the slippery slope whenever possible. There's an item that's called gear, but you scrap it for steel. I saw that. Very nice to meet you as well. Go. Hopefully we'll see you again at a later date. Yeah, I have a bunch of gear. I was kind of mad because I saw that it was gear, and I was hoping that it was actual gear and not steel, but it was. Alright. That's it? Just the one? My guy, come on. Oh, nope. Disregard. More than just the one. Come on over, my Deathclaws. Maboyo. Oh. Given the old injuries, huh? Cool beans. Yeah, I didn't think there was just, like, one. That would have been really weird. To have a single lone Deathclaw. Never used that console nor mods or anything. Just wanted to notice it. Yeah, I know there are some options that are available, but, like, I don't know. I'm trying to avoid using exploits and stuff. I know at some point there will come a point where exploits will be used for something or other. I'm just doing my best to avoid it whenever possible. Especially here in early game. Like, level 200 is definitely considered too early to be doing any exploits and stuff like that. Maybe when I start hitting, like, level 500 or something, you'll start seeing me get tired of doing things legit. And get the heck, what the heck? Scared the living piss out of me. Maybe once I get further on, you'll start seeing me abuse some stuff, but yeah, it's the reason why I'm not using any of the, like, the robot workbench glitches or stuff like that to get levels, because I know that is a very efficient way to get levels.
This won't work without power.
But I'm not trying
This
to, like,
won't
just
work without
cheese my
power.
way to the top, if that makes sense. Alright, so we are going to go drop off this shipment of gears in here into this thing. Actually drop off, if I have a shipment of each of those, I'll be good. I do. Okay, so shipment of copper will drop the 50, shipment of gears the 25, and the shipment of steel. I think we're making a pretty good, like, the copper is working out pretty well. So when I start duping materials, I'll have these 3 to work with. But that's not going to be for a very long time. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the WoW. Get my roasts up. You get my roast up so that I can do a shoot up. Shoot that Yaogwai inside of its paws, so it'll leave me alone and break down that telephone for all the copper that I need to make my traps a stopper. Oh, there we go. Perfect. I've never passed level 140. Got tired fast. Also never used glitches or hack things. It's not my thing. Yeah, I'm normally not about glitches and hacks and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. I'm well past the point where I feel like I need to do that to enjoy my experience in a game. Listen, I'm what, 34 now? Shit, I'm getting old. Like, I'm well past the point of having to go on a power trip of infinite ammo or stuff like that. Like, I don't care how long something takes me, as long as I'm enjoying myself and it's not, like, super tedious. And there are some things that are very tedious. I mean, I've definitely had my moments where I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? But, like, it's not too bad. Also lazy to make cages like you're doing, just killing monsters in the wild. I did it for a while, but mainly it wasn't about the lazy. This has made it so much easier for me to be lazy. Like, the time invested into this means that it's less time invested elsewhere. Sure, I could be running around and leave my experience to the wilds of the wasteland, and who knows, maybe I might come across a Yaogwai, maybe I'll come across a rad chicken. You know, maybe I'm gonna go ahead and experience a stag. Maybe I'll get a scorpion. So it's possible, but I'd rather not leave it to chance and just having a farm that's efficient enough that it runs itself, basically, where all I have to do is make the occasional repair here or there. Because this is pretty damn efficient. I go out, I get carrots. Carrots get rad stags. Rad stags feed Yaogwai. Yaogwai feeds Deathclaw. So, you know, the circle of life is pretty prevalent, with the only real thing that I need to do is just make sure everything gets repaired and that I turn on my stuff. As long as I turn everything on and make sure it's all repaired, yeah, pretty easy XP. You feel like a person who's been at Taco Bell right now? Happy? Happy, is that what you feel like? Because if it's anything else, I think watching the stream may be the least of the streams that you need to be watching right now. For my case, not trying to say no issue. I don't take it personally anyway. No issues whatsoever. Even if you did think the way that I was doing it was bad, I mean, it's efficient regardless. I ran the numbers, and this just happens to be the best way to do it. I even checked running around in different places just to make sure that maybe there was a better way for me to do it, but this still happens to be the best. The only thing that kind of hampers it is the collateral damage when I'm using explosive weapons. But unfortunately, there are not weapons that I have that are good enough to be able to take these things out while the bonus is still active outside of the explosive stuff. So I just have to accept the collateral damage of having to repair stuff that wasn't necessarily in the line of fire, but just so happen to be within the explosive range, so... just the cost of doing business. But it's alright, it'll get expanded out, as well. I'll have a second, I'll probably have an expanded Radstag farm, an expanded Yao Guai farm, and I'll have a second Deathclaw farm next to this one, so... Wonder what you ate, because maybe it was the prawns? Seafood can do that. I mean, I don't know what time it is out there right now, but I assume, you know, morning was a while ago. You guys are 11-hour difference, so yeah, definitely a while ago. Yeah, I don't think it would be hitting you now. Must be something you had recently. Or maybe your body is just trying to eject some foul, noxious material. I don't know. Just an old ass who likes to chat and see people drinking your coffee. Oh man, that's me in the morning. So my day job is I'm a financier for the government. So I'm up at 4 in the morning getting ready for work to slug through traffic, to go ahead and make my way up to just outside of DC. And yeah, it's pretty bad. So yeah, I get the feeling. I know exactly what it's like to be sipping your coffee and thinking, shit. Yeah. My morning is usually spent with the existential dread of having to know that I've got to go into work shortly. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the powerful walking cane, sledgehammer, radium rifles. Ugh. Love them radium rifles. Resilient gauze, institute, overcharged, automatic, sledgehammer, stub-nose pistols, staggering advanced, staggering hardened radium rifle. What a great weapon. You're retired? Man, that must be nice. You've got all the time you need. I'm still on that grind. Can't wait to play some Fallout 4. Listen, go enjoy your vacation rather than waiting about Fallout 4 and everything. Like, there's gotta be plenty of fun, awesome stuff to do out there. Like, if you're on vacation, worry about the vacation rather than worrying about Fallout 4. Matter of fact, it sounds like you need to take a break from Fallout and Skyrim. No video games. Go touch some grass! That's what they tell the kids now anyway, right? All of these are big heavies, so we'll just grab this troubleshooter. Shouldn't weigh too much. Perfect. Okay, so we know that this works. It's 8 p.m. I should get there early morning, which means my junk vendor there will also have what I need. Yeah, I'm still at the point where, sure, like, I've still got, let's see, I did my 6 in the military. I've done contracting work for many years. I might go federal, I don't know. But, like, Even then, I don't feel like retirement is anywhere close here. I'm still struggling to get my own house, let alone anything else. And that's my big concern, is trying to get a house right now, so all of the money gets put away for a down payment. But the problem is that where I'm at, everything is just so damn expensive. You get like a two bedroom bath and a half townhouse for like four to 700,000. There's nothing really nice to do when you live alone in France. I mean,
Seems
stay
to be
away from
going
all the
well.
shit that's happening in the street. That would be about the only nice thing to do. Man, I've heard it's practically a war zone out there right now. Maybe it's all centralized in the cities and everything. So it must be nice to just avoid a lot of that, but... DC is notorious for expensive apartments and houses? Yeah, I know. I live here. It's not just DC, it's everywhere.
I really should study my lines.
Everywhere
to
is
trade
like
today?
that. Outside of moving into the middle of nowhere, everything is expensive. So yeah, it's like... It's not just that. If I could find a remote job, yeah, I would 100% consider moving somewhere else that would be way less expensive, just so I can have my own house and everything, get the cost of living down. That would be pretty nice, but... Global housing crisis. I mean, can blame people who were buying houses just to go ahead and flip them around rather than people who were actually... I mean, you can blame a lot of things. Like, don't even get me started on interest rates and federal bank bailouts and stuff like that. You'll have me talking for fucking ever. Alright, we'll grab this back. And... those two? Perfect. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things that, like, if I can get a house, I think it'd be great. So when I got out of the military, I kind of downgraded from a four-bedroom house to a one-bedroom apartment. And man, that was a hell of a downgrade. I can barely stuff all the shit that I have in here. I have managed to find good shelving that I can stack the way I need to. The den that we had that was originally for entertaining guests and stuff is just completely stacked up with boxes and storage right now because there's not enough room for anything. And, you know, as a nerd, it's kind of problematic because nerd things build up pretty quick for anybody who has any type of collection, you know. I'm trying to get rid of stuff at the moment. I'm actually trying to go ahead and get rid of my my Magic cards and Pokemon collection. If I can find somebody who's willing to actually offer me what the collection is worth, then I'd be more than happy to sell off some of my stuff. And we're talking like a near full... we're talking a full collection of Pokemon cards, most of which are first edition, from Jungle, Fossil, and Basic. So, it's a pretty penny. I also have a bunch of Pops that I don't want either. So, like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I have that I just don't need or just don't want. That is just building up and is just consistently getting harder and harder to stack places. So, I do the best with what I've got. Yeah, quite the contraption you've got there. Is that a rake? No such thing. No such thing as grass. Oh, heck yeah. Look at that.
Yeah!
Oh, perfect. couldn't ask for a better one. Outside of getting that as the first kill, so I could have gotten the 5 times XP. That might have been better. Hey, light bulb, free copper. Alright, let's go ahead and, nobody else? We're good, just the 2? That's fine. I'm down with just the 2. Oh, there's a lot of rad stags. Wasn't expecting so many. We'll start with the top. It's easier to deal with the top than it is the bottom. The bottom, they have like a wall to keep them all in. Whereas on top, they do not. We good? Yeah, we're good. I do like a good, listen guys, you can't do that. You can't do that. This is a family-friendly stream. Family-friendly stream. Good joke. Oh dear, listen, you really can't be doing that. This is not that kind of stream. This is not the community I'm trying to broadcast to, my dude. Deer over here showing us the rumpus. Alright.
This won't work without power.
I know it won't work without power. Please calm down, lady. Alright, good stuff. Right. Repair this. Repair. Nope. Repair. Did I grab that one? I don't know. Well, first, let me finish repairing before I go in with that. I'm pretty sure I did. Which one was it? This one? I did. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go turn this one on. Can you stop getting caught on rocks and stuff? Jeez. Okay. Go drop all of this. Drop my first aid stuff because I know that's kind of weighing a lot of me down. Okay, 1 second, let me... Okay, yeah, that's a lot of them. That looks good. How much are they? Let's see. I would probably say somewhere upwards of 30,000 for that binder. Like, they went straight into the binder. And that binder has been kept safe for very many, many years. I haven't moved those cards or anything else. So 30,000 would probably be on the low end of what that collection is worth. As for the pops, I don't know. I'm willing to go ahead and let them go at like maybe 15 a piece. And I don't really care what size they are or whether they're big collectibles or whatnot. I'm just ready to get rid of all my pops. And I've got a pretty decent pop collection. Let me post this, because I don't think I've posted this in a while. Give me 1 second, my guys. Let me get this out here. Let's see. Copy. Where are we? Give me a second. I'm trying to go ahead and get my code here. Alright, so for any of you guys who have a Discord or something like that, I just posted a link on YouTube so you guys have access to it. I'm gonna post a Funko Pops died out, didn't they? I have no idea. I don't know, I'm just trying to get rid of them. And let me also post it out there for anybody who is on Twitch. And then I'll post it for anybody who is on Kick as well. So you guys all have access to everything here. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum. Alright, so that's 1, that's 2, and now let me get to Kick here. Alright, that's all 3 of them. Good to go. Now everybody should have access, if they want to the Discord. I'm not too active in it, so, you know, if you pop in the Discord and I'm not saying anything, you could reach out. I'm just not that active. Not the way I used to be and everything. But, yeah, there we go. Let's get these steaks going. Alright, good stuff. Yeah, my Pokemon collection, that's all complete, with almost everything being first editions. So that definitely has a pretty penny attached to it. My Magic cards, it really just depends. I mean, it goes back, I think, all the way to... what's it called? World Wake, I think, is where my collection starts. So I don't have anything hyper crazy, but I've got some stuff in there that I think is interesting to Magic players. Anything else? Nope, we're good. Where did I post what in the Discord? I haven't posted anything in the Discord. I'm gonna post stuff in the Discord when I'm, you know, when I'm not currently broadcasting. Alright, glowing Yao Guai. Yeah, but I'll probably take a picture. Whoa, where the fuck did that come from? Excuse me. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Like a fucking fly decided it was gonna go down my esophagus. It feels like a hair just decided it was just gonna go flying down. Oh, man. My apologies. That was probably loud as fuck. Oh, I wasn't even prepared. I wasn't able to do anything about that. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't know what the fuck came over me. Apparently Lucifer. I'm just sitting here minding my own business and suddenly the devil decides he's gonna throat fuck me. Oh, hello, Luft.
Hi. I assume you didn't see any of your texts.
I have not seen any texts.
Then you're gonna be very confused about why I have this pizza.
Oh, okay.
It's a white pizza.
Is it hot out?
It's hot. Yeah.
Well, that's good because we're going to go play some DDR after I get off the stream. Time to go have some fun. Hey, thank you for popping in. It is always good to see people coming into the stream. You know, I may not always be the most active streamer, but I definitely appreciate when people pop in. So hopefully we'll see you again on the next one. Go enjoy your coffee and your day. Or night. I actually don't know if it's day or night for you. But hopefully you had a good coffee and a great rest of your existence.
You know who we haven't seen in a while?
Who?
Lily.
Yeah, that's because Lily was here for Ark. Yo, look at this bear! He's getting ready, full twerk mode! Yo! Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I guess I am appealing to that kind of crowd today. Look at this bear doing the twerks. Yeah, look at that cake.
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
Gameplay.
Baldur's Gate gameplay. Getting that, showing them the bare necessities. Bearing it all.
Oh, it's still bare. It's still bussy.
Yeah, it's still bussy. Anyway, please don't clip that.
I'm sorry. Bear ussy.
Bear ussy. Man, I think that's like the third fucking... That's the third thing that has been something with a butt as part of this stream.
About asses today?
I guess. No, I'm talking about, remember the other one when it was the troll with the butt?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
In Elder Scrolls, when we were playing Skyrim, there was a troll, and it had a butt.
I must have not been here for that one.
I guess not. You missed out. Alright, let's cook up that roast. Oh, shit. Welp. What the fuck? What does Twitch even title these things? Fair, delicious cucumber Bible thump? How the fuck does
because
Twitch...
I hate you to click on it and be like, what the fuck is this? The ones I hate the most was like, so-and-so has sent you a message because I click on it every fucking time.
Yeah.
Because you can send people messages.
Yeah, and they always assume it's messages that are sent. Yeah, I getcha. Guess that's a clip now. I guess it is. I'm not too mad about it. You know, how can I be mad about good content, right? Oh, am I actually gonna level up? Oh, yeah! Nice level. Did not expect to make the level there.
Oh, wait, it's Friday.
Why am I so heavy? Oh, probably because of the stakes. The stakes got put into my inventory, so...
I realize what's been going on with my lip.
What?
I go like that all the time now. When I'm thinking about something, I'm like... That
You
little...
think?
No pizza for you!
Oh, no! Take my meal away. What level am I now? I think 205? Yeah, 205. And on the dot, too. It looks like that's pretty on the dot. So that is pretty nice. Oh, there we go.
You still got that duck.
Yeah, I reintroduced the duck back into the economy. Like I said, save it up. Don't go using it on sounds when you could be using it on throwing, like, cans of soup at my dog or whatever.
Oh yeah, you gotta get stuff. I'll have to show you how to set that up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of, like, VTuber... integrations here soon. Once I get
I'm
once
not sure how it's gonna work for you.
This
the-
won't work
the
without
throwing
power.
stuff because what you're supposed to do is line up the outline of like the body to your character's body, but you don't have body, you have dog.
I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm sure there's
You
other
just have
stuff.
to line the head up, I think.
Maybe.
So your Twitch is being
All fucky.
all sorts of fucky.
Yeah, Twitch has been pretty fucky lately.
Well, clearly other people are.
In terms of their policies, like, alone, but... Alright, 205. Not too shabby. So, any of you guys out there like DDR? I don't know if anybody is, oh, shit. I don't know if anybody's interested in that kind of stuff. But, yeah, there's a local arcade that has some DDR next to us, and I'm very happy. And I, try and get out there every other day. Because, yeah.
Yeah, it's not letting me watch your stream, it keeps doing this. I keep trying to reload it. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Sometimes that just happens. Good thing I put on those lights, so that way I know if it's on or off, because I definitely would have not known if it was on or off there. Alright, let's put these meats away. Good stuff. Let's see if we are negative or positive on the builds, though. Probably negative on the gears. 118, better than I was, but we are definitely gaining copper, so... Alright, well that sounds good. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it for today. Hopefully you guys are happy with today's stream. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like, sub, share, follow, all that good stuff. Helps the channel grow. Pop onto YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Twitter, TikTok, all of that good stuff. You can find me under the same name, regardless of where you go. Hopefully, I'll see you guys again here soon. As always, stay cool, stay fresh, and I'll see you guys again later.